I've spent most of the morning finishing the wood on these. I appreciate that's not what this video is about, that's not what you've come to see, but this is just something else that I do. Part hobby, part business. So my hands are aching, I thought it was time to take a tea break, and while I'm having a tea break I shall do an EDC bag video. I do, however, keep forgetting when I'm doing videos that I've actually got this camera now and I can use that to do videos. So we'll use that one to do the EDC video. Right, this is a Maxpedition. I believe originally it was called a Fatboy or something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure. These days it's called, according to my notes, a Maxpedition Thermite Versipack. I had a great deal of difficulty finding finding the original documentation for this, so much so that I couldn't actually find it. So I had a look through Henny Haynes, and that seemed to be the closest match was the Versipack, Thermite Versipack. Now I could be wrong, please do correct me if I am. And this is my bag that I pretty much carry everywhere with me. If I go out on a bike, it comes on the bike. If I go in the car, it goes in the car. If I go out of a shop, I don't bother carrying it. If I'm only going out in a local town, I don't carry it. But aside from that, it comes pretty much everywhere with me. And the problem I'm having with it is it's getting rather large. You can wear this in several different ways. Cat's giving me a right old time today. You can wear this in several different ways. I generally wear it as it is now, so you've got one belt clip. Let's turn that around so I can see you. So you've got one clip that goes around your belt and one that goes around your leg, and you wear it just off your hip on one of your legs, or you can wear it to the front or to the rear. I mean, wearing a bag on the rear is a bit stupid because you can't really see what people are doing. But like I say, I generally wear it like this, so that'll be clipped onto my leg. And as you can imagine, it's getting quite thick now because I keep picking stuff up and putting it in there and picking stuff up and putting it in there. So we're going to have a sort through, see what I've got in there. I've made a couple of modifications to it. Well, I haven't, I've actually only made one modification to it. I've added these really large, cheap carabiners to the bottom. Ribiners, as my daughter used to call them when she was younger. I've added these to the bottom. That's for a very specific reason. The side pockets are Velcro and they peel open very easily. So if I'm in trees, woods, somewhere where these could potentially get caught, what I do is basically just tie those two together with a piece of string. That stops these from coming open until such times that you need them. And that resolves that little issue. These Velcro straps are adjustable. You can pull them up so that they can strap over something quite a bit longer. That's the only modification I've made to it. You can see probably from the side shot that the bag is just like, it's bursting. There's so much stuff in there, it's bursting. So let's get to opening it up and sorting all the gear out. So this back pocket has got a document wallet in it. Just a leather, waterproof leather document wallet in there. There's passport, driving license, firearm certificate, blah 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 blah, all my ID. This pocket here, I generally keep bank cards and such, and those irritating little machines that banks force you to use these days, and of course some business cards to dish out to people if they want them. Not that they get much choice in the matter normally. My phone slides in the front there, fits in there quite nicely. It doesn't ever fall out, it's never fallen out at all. Even when the bag's been turned upside down as it is now, the phone just doesn't fall out. But I guess that will change once I've actually sorted the bag out. So we'll start with the main pocket. I carry my everyday camera around in there. It's a Casio Lixim. Just does high speed footage. It's not particularly high speed and it's not particularly good quality, but 240 frames a second comes out quite nicely. I carry a notepad with an attached pencil that doesn't stay attached very often. It's a police style notepad, so it's got the little rubber thing on the bottom. Spare packet of Rizzlers because I smoke. Now we're getting down to the junk and the crap that's in here that I don't normally carry around. We've got some spare flints for my lighters, if I ever need them. I'm not quite sure what this is. We've got a mirror, a makeup mirror. There's always a packet of beef jerky in there, just in case you get hungry. And I'm not sure how many calories beef jerky's got in it. Let's have a quick look. It's only got a couple of 100 calories in it. I don't know whether this will actually focus on that. Yeah, it's got a couple of 100 calories in it, but that can be enough to keep you going if you're stuck without food. I carry a Stanley multi-tool in there. The reason I carry this, and not one of these, which is a Leatherman, is very simple. It's stupid UK law. You watch when you open the Leatherman knife, click, that's a lock knife. That is illegal to carry in the UK. So I have to go with the Stanley, which does pretty much the same job, but this particular blade, the knife blade, doesn't lock open. So that means that's a legal carry in the UK. There are stories of people getting nicked for carrying a Leatherman, and you get that RC probationer copper that's not really got his numbers up for his arrest yet. He'll arrest you for it and leave the court to decide. So let's continue on. Look what else we've got in here. We've got some KFC wipes, some wet ones. Some chocolate. Some coffee. So there's, you know, enough stuff to make a drink, and as you all know, if you've got a knife, if you've got a knife, you can pretty much cut the top off of any old beer can that you pick up. It's not like, you know, empty Coke cans and stuff like that, hard to come by anywhere. So we've got some drinking stuff, food and drink, some stuff for cleaning, personal hygiene. Obviously a piece of string, some more KFC wipes, a pair of earplugs, some salt, which is basically shot that can go in the bin, and some a tin of Vaseline. Obviously, you know, anybody knows tin of Vaseline is just indispensable. So that goes with personal hygiene. And that's that back pocket empty. This back pocket has actually got another, I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. Got another pocket inside it, in the front there. So the bag's already feeling like it might fit me better. You get the phone out of the way and put that over with all the tech gear. This front pocket has got quite a selection of stuff in it. See the way the cup of tea magically appeared then. Right, so the front pocket, I've got tons of stuff in here. I'm going to pull it all out, and we'll sort it all out once I'm done. So, tampon, which basically goes with survival gear, I suppose. So that would go with the string. We've got some match strikes and 2 or 3, 4 ship matches, British ship matches. We've got some of this here Swedish wax paper that lights off of a spark. It's really quite good. I like to keep several, options for starting a fire. We've got a pen, which is basically a day-to-day thing. Got some painkillers. We've got ibuprofen. I don't normally put paracetamol in there, quite simply because paracetamol's not really as strong. These are 400 milligram ibuprofens, prescription only ones. So 2 of them is pretty much good enough to wipe any sort of swelling related pain out. And you'll find if you injure yourself when you're out and you've got pain, it's going to be from swelling rather than anything else. We've got a dead lighter. Look at that. That's actually been, that's hit and split while it's been in the bag. So at some point that bag would have been turned into potentially an incredibly flammable device. So throw that in the bin. I'll have to flint out of that because they've got massive, huge flints in them. We've got some fat wood, cut myself, a fire striker, a couple of spare batteries. This is one of the Pathfinder School's, Dave Canterbury's little waterproof firelighting things. Again, it's just like the wax paper, it's got some oils in it. Strepsils in case of sore throat. And I've got a poly bag, which is basically a super thick one. Now this obviously can be used for carrying water. It can't be used for boiling water, but it can be used for carrying water. We've got some more personal hygiene things. These come from a hotel somewhere. And we've got obviously a mylar blanket, which you can use to make a shelter out of. So that's pretty much my survival kit. You want to call it a survival kit. It's enough to keep me warm and sheltered for a couple of days, providing I can find a water source. I've just got one of these in there. You all know what they're for. It's just got a few bits and pieces on it. And like I say, spare batteries. In the side pocket on one side, there's a mag light. This is like donkey years old. I've had this for years and years and years and years. A mag light and a head strap for a mag light, which basically just, you know, you just velcro it onto your head and the mag light goes in there. I'll show you. So what I've got, in short, is a headlamp. As you can see here. So I don't need to carry a separate headlamp and torch. I use the same gadget for both. And obviously the spare batteries are for this. Now I carry almost everywhere I go a knife in the condom pocket of my jeans. And I've also got in the other side pocket a Lansing World knife. I don't know if any of you have seen these, but these are pretty cool. They're basically legal in just about every country where knives are legal to carry. It's non-locking, less than 3 inches, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think the UK is the only place that's really that anal about knives. The only thing I don't like about this is the close on it is really evil. So that, I suppose that would go with the survival gear. Much like that. And that. So you can see, these go over here with personal hygiene. Goes there with lighting, that doesn't really count, that goes up there with gadgets. You can see I was carrying a lot of stuff around with me every day. Probably no need to most of the time, but no, I was a Boy Scout, so Boy Scout's motto was be prepared, and that I am. So we'll have you off the tripod and give you a top-down view. Well, I don't need to have you off the tripod to do that. We have technology and tools over there. We have personal hygiene. Well, as you can see from there, there's enough stuff there to deal with all sorts of eventualities. You can actually bath with these wet ones. They're so wet with whatever it is. A kind of work like antibacterial and deodorant at the same time. We've got survival gear there. Pretty much all of that needs to stay. And we've got some food and some drink over there. So, like I say, I carry quite a bit of gear around with me each day. And now all I've got to do is work out what I'm going to put back in there and what I'm not. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm really not too sure what I'm going to put back in and what I'm not. So, we'll go step by step. This needs to go in there. We'll put that right on the bottom of there. The torch needs to go in there because you're stupid going out without a torch. Obviously the spare batteries need to go in there, so they can go down in here in the bottom of there. The knife needs to go in there because if I've got this bag with me, I don't necessarily have to take another knife with me. Poly bag and the mylar sheet need to go in there. So we've got several forms of fire lighting equipment. They can go in this side pocket over there, along with a piece of fat wood and a sparky stick. Tampon can go in there too. We're also going to put Vaseline in that pocket. And our 2 lots of drugs. I don't really need to take strepsils because they're a bit pointless, but ibuprofen is a good thing to take. And that's that pocket. Our personal hygiene gear. Again, came from right in the bottom, so we'll put that back right into the bottom. The coil of string, this is 120 kilo kite cord. It used to be well into me kites, but I don't really fly kites very much anymore. And I'm going to put the earplugs in here with all the bank cards and everything. The Stanley multi-tool comes in this very posh little hard case with a belt hook on it, but it takes up a lot more room. I mean, you can see the size of it, it's much bigger than the actual tool itself, so I'm not entirely sure as to whether it's a good idea to put it back in there, but I think I will put it back in there all the same. Because at least then, if you find yourself in a position where you're out and about and you need to have the tool easy to access, I've got a belt hook and it can go on my belt. Now that used to stand up in the bottom there, but now I've laid it in there flat and it seems to fit in there much better. I think they're probably well past their days. These are okay because they're in silver foil. So we'll get them right down one end and fold them over. Do the same with that one. One on that side. One on that side. I mean, do bear in mind, if you're taking drinks with you, you're much better off taking drinking chocolate because it's got a lot of sugar in it and therefore a lot of calories. And a bit of caffeine is always nice if you need to perk yourself up a bit. So, phone in the front. Writing implement in there. Put the spare packet of Rizzlers in there as well, in the front. This bag is waterproof, by the way, and we'll put our spare flints and a USB stick down here on this side. Strangely enough, it stays laid out pretty much as it's supposed to be. It doesn't jiggle around too much. the last couple of things, I don't really think I want a mirror in there. The last couple of things is the notepad and the camera. I'm sure daughter or wife will be more than happy to have a makeup mirror, a spare makeup mirror. And that bag now feels a lot better, much smaller. I have to fold this top covering. Let me tell you when I put it together, because you can cinch this up. It's got a cinch on it, and then I'll quickly put it on. So as you can see, it sits on the side. It sits quite nicely. You get the trousers pulled up. I'm obviously on doors today, so I'm not really kind of dressed for being outside. It does make you a bit wider, and like most side wearing bags, you tend to walk along like resting your hands on it. You can see why coppers tend to rest their hands on their pistol when they're walking around, because it's just at the wrong height, or the right height I suppose. It makes it easy to get into and get the stuff out that you want, but it also gets in the way because everybody tends to swing their arms a bit when they're walking and it gets in the way, so you tend to end up walking around like with your hand resting on it. Obviously the other way you wear it is pull these clips off. And just chuck it over your shoulder, a single strap over your shoulder. It still sits in the same place. You can take the middle clip out, which makes it sit up much higher. But I generally have to adjust the straps to get it actually to fit me like this, because when you wear it there, it sits right underneath your arms. But that's a good place if you're somewhere busy. You can wear it right there so you can see it the whole time, or if you need to get in and out of it a lot, you can wear it up high on your chest and you can get in and out of it quite a bit without having to worry too much about stretching all the way down to get to it. So that's my EDC bag, nothing exciting in there, really. And it actually feels much better than it did earlier with not much more than a short one. The only thing left to go back in there is this. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and I'll see you on the next one. If you've got any questions or comments or anything, stick them in down there. Subscribe if you like, and you can like if you like. Don't have to, who really cares? Bye.